Hi there, Mysterious Jackson here from the Mysterious Show here, and this is part 2 of what could Thriller 40th bring to the table. Now, in the previous video, in part 1, I was stating what Thriller 40th Disc 2 will most likely entail. And what it's going to entail, when they mean demos, they mean songs that are the finished products, but what the songs sound like before they settled on the finished product versions of the song, such like PYT, original demo, and Beat It, original demo with the guitars and the strings and whatnot. They don't just mean the demo a cappella version for the This Is It album. That's the first demo, because there's actually 2 demos for Beat It. And it's going to consist of demos of songs that are on the album, but what they sound like before they became more complete for the album. And not only do they mean demos, they mean outtakes of the original album before the album we hear today. So songs that consist will be Trouble, Hot Street, Carousel, Nightline, and as I said in the previous video, that was supposed to be scheduled on the album, but Billie Jean beat it out. Just like Human Nature beat Carousel out. And chances are they're going to put that on the album, as well as other finished songs and demos that weren't leaked. The only thing that was probably leaked were the titles, like Stand Tall and Styles of Life. And not every song that could appear on this album is specifically from that album and era alone. Like, for example, Sunset Driver is from Off the Wall. Get Out of the Rain, aka You Can't Win, is from the Wiz soundtrack, but was made during Off the Wall era. And another prime example of this, You Want to Be Certain Something, is an Off the Wall track, but was updated for Thriller. Because, like, any song that an artist doesn't use for the intended album will have a high chance of appearing on a later album. Like, take my music, for example. Like, I have a lot of music that I have recorded and written, but not every song that I make is going to make it on my debut album. And, like, I have different variations of songs that I have intended for my Heroes Medallion album, but not every song is going to make it on my album. And, like, She's Trouble, Hot Street, and Slapstick, those are the outtakes and demos of the songs that might appear on this album. And, like, For example, Someone in the Dark, that was actually from the E.T. Storybook soundtrack. But due to the fact that it was released during the Thriller era, it's considered a Thriller track because it was made during that timeline. And other songs that might appear on Thriller 40 for All Time and The Girl Is Mine and Baby Be Mine and 2 versions of Billie Jean, because there's the full version where it's really long and there's extra verses, and there's the 81 home demo where he's talking on it, where he's telling the producers what he needs on the track. And another thing, like, there are so many songs that they could put on this album where it could fit. Like Sunset Driver, that's an off-the-wall track, but it could fit for Thriller. And You Can't Win, aka Get Out of the Ring, also can fit on Thriller. Now, am I confirming that some of these songs that I'm mentioning could be on the album? No, but it's a high chance that it could appear on the album according to the evidence and the hints that my source is giving me. And due to what I stated in the previous video, because we may alter the song or remove it off of the internet, that means there's a high chance that it could be on the album. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Love Never Felt So Good can't be on Thriller. And I say to that, it could still appear on this album, because considering the fact that it was made during the beginning stages of the Thriller album being made. Because there's a Thriller version and there's the unreleased Escape remix. And what I mean by that is, in the Thriller version, in the original Thriller version, there is bubblegum bass line in the background to the Love Never Felt So Good Thriller version. You know, the version they call the alternate version? That's the original Thriller version. And you know what they should do to finish off this Thriller 40th, but they're probably going to save it for Thriller 50, is they should release State of Shock featuring Freddie Mercury, and they should release Say, 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 and The Man, and they also should release This Is It featuring Paul Anka, and last but not least, Halloween Night. And there are so many other songs that they could put on this album, like We Are the World demo with just Michael Jackson singing it, and many others like There Must Be More to Life Than This, and many more. See you next time.